When it comes to making your own cold-pressed oil at home, there's usually a few popular seeds that are used. Typically flaxseed's the most popular. We see hemp seed, sunflower seed, sesame seed. But one you don't hear about so often, or I don't hear about so much from our customers, is poppy seed. And that's a shame. Hi, it's Dan with EUJUICERS.COM, and in this video I'm going to tell you all about poppy seed oil. What makes it so special? How to press it? What do you need? How do you use the Sana Oil Extractor? And then of course I'll show you how it's done. I'll demonstrate it here with this juicer. So let's get started. Poppy seed oil is special for a couple of reasons. It can be used both in culinary applications and cosmetic applications, which is kind of unusual for a home cold-pressed oil. Poppy seed oil is high in linoleic acid, also known as omega-6 fatty acid. That's something the body can't produce naturally, but it is found in large quantities when you press your own poppy seed oil. And it's really good for cardiovascular health. It has the good LDL cholesterols, and it's also good for your skin. You can use it in culinary applications as a finishing oil. You don't want to heat this kind of oil. Same with flaxseed oil. It's going to break down over heat. But you would drizzle it over a salad. You could add it to your smoothie, put it in yogurt, in your morning oats. You could put it over hot food that's already been cooked. I know some people like to put it over roasted vegetables. Or you can take it straight like people do with flaxseed oil. But the unique thing about poppy seed oil is also its cosmetic applications. And I learned this from my wife. She's an herbalist. You might have seen her on some of our videos here on our EUJUICERS channel. And she makes a lot of different herbal products, and she uses a lot of poppy seed oil, especially for face cream. And that's because that omega-6 fatty acid is really good for the skin and rejuvenates the skin, keeps it looking young. And I can say it sure looks like it works because she uses it a lot. Typically what she does, she'll mix poppy seed oil with something like beeswax or shea butter. She'll add some herbs in there, and then typically an essential oil just to give it a good fragrance. And that's just applied to the face. But what she really likes to use it for, in fact, she told me today when I'm filming this video, make sure I bring home any poppy seed oil because she needs it. She uses it as a natural makeup remover. It has qualities that break down the makeup, even tough things like mascara, really effectively. And more importantly, then you can leave the oil on your face. You get those nice omega-6 fatty acids to keep your skin looking young. So what do you need to make poppy seed oil? Well, obviously you need poppy seeds, just like I have here. As with any seed, you want the freshest possible seeds. Look at the expiration date on the back of the bag. Fresher seeds is going to give you a higher yield. They'll process easier, and it's just a lot easier to work with, less likely to clog up in the oil extractor. The other thing you want to look for is make sure you get whole poppy seeds, because in the store you'll find whole, you'll also find ground, which is more like a powder, and you won't get anything out of those. So besides the poppy seeds, obviously you need an oil extractor, and I'm going to be using the Sana 702 oil extractor. That's it here disassembled. And it works with a juicer. It's not a standalone appliance. It needs the juicer's motor to drive its auger. And it works with all the Sana horizontal juicers. That's the 707, the 727, or this one, the super premium solid stainless steel 929. It's a nice match for the 929 because it's also made from solid stainless steel, both parts here. It also works with the legacy models like the Sana 606. And if you're looking to get into oil extraction and you don't have a juicer, it also works with the value-priced Vidya SJ002. That's a great juicer, highly underrated in my opinion. It comes from some of the same factories in South Korea that make some of the Sana juicers, and it's priced really well. So how does it work? I'm going to show you here basically by assembling it. I could assemble it completely and attach it to the juicer, but this way I can kind of show you what each piece does. I also want you to notice this oil extractor might not look so super shiny and new like the juicer. You might see some scratches and stuff. That's because this is our oil extractor. We've owned this for about 8 years. My wife uses it extensively, and it's held up really well. We've had no problems at all with it. It still performs just like the day when we got it. So the first thing you want to do is remove the juicer assembly here, and On the Sana 929, also the 727 has this quick release button. Makes it easy. And the first thing I'll put on is this mounting unit here. And that just pops in. This just attaches the oil extractor to the motor of the juicer, and everything goes into that. Next piece is this. This is the main working tube. I want you to notice here, there's these slots down at the bottom, and that is where the oil is going to come out. You'll want to periodically clean the slots. The oil extractor comes with a brush to scrub them, and with the poppy seed I might not need to. Some of the seeds, they're real small, they could get stuck in there, but with something like flax, you know, that has those kind of gummy hulls on them, especially older flax seeds, those can get stuck in there more often, so you'll want to clean it from time to time. So this piece just slides in to the mounting unit, and you just line up the circles in there. Next piece is this. This is the auger. This thing works a lot like a juicer. You know, you've got this horizontal chamber with juice, oil in this case, coming out, and you've got this auger that's spinning, that's driving everything. And what happens is the seeds go in there, and this turns and it crushes the seeds. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. It crushes the seeds, and in this chamber is pressure and friction. Those seeds, as they're being crushed, start to warm up, and that heat is what generates the oil. Now, some people think, well, if it's hot oil, it's not cold pressed. No, it's still considered cold pressed. I've taken the temperature readings of it coming out of here, and it's typically around upper 20s, low 30s Celsius, which is considered cold pressed and even considered raw. But one thing to keep in mind, it takes a little while for that friction to build up, for that heat to build up. So the first 15, 20 seconds might not be much oil coming out, but once it gets warm enough, the oil starts flowing a lot better. Next piece that goes on that I want to point out, this is the end cap. And what I wanted to say about it is show you these. These are two regulating rings, and these fit inside this end cap. What these rings do is determine the amount of pressure inside the oil extractor. They're slightly different sizes. One ring has 1 dot, one ring has 2 dots. In the oil extractor manual, it will tell you what ring to use depending on what you're processing. But generally speaking, the ring with 1 dot is used for seeds. The ring with 2 dots is used for nuts, like if you chop up walnuts, if you chop up almonds, things like that. So that ring just fits inside here, and then you just screw this thing on till it's completely tight. All right, so that's ready to go. Next, you just have the feeding tube. Notice it has a dot at the end. This dot is lined up with this arrow right here. You just want to make sure it's facing forward. That kind of locks everything into place. And finally, you just put the hopper on. Just slides right in there. It's all solid stainless steel. It also comes with this. This catches the oil. It's a little glass pitcher. And there's this sieve that comes with it as well. I'll use it with the poppy seed because poppy seeds, they're small, and a lot of the little seeds might fall through there. This will keep most of them out of the oil. Of course, you can always filter the oil afterwards through a cheesecloth or something like that. So that's basically everything. That's how it works. And a couple of tips I want to bring up. First of all, because it takes a while to warm up, you don't want to fill this up with seeds right away, because if they start getting pushed in there before it's warm enough, they could get clogged. So just start with, a spoon or 2, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. And if you're using a variable speed juicer like this, you'll start it at a slow speed until it warms up. Typically speed 1 or 2 on this juicer. Once the oil starts flowing, you can go full speed 4. So that's it. I'm gonna get started. So it looks like it's done here. That was a kilogram of poppy seeds, and I ran it at speed 4. Once it started extracting the oil, I put it to the maximum speed, and you can see I got a full little oil pitcher here of oil. And one thing I wanted to point out is this is the husks. They come out kind of warm and they're really tasty, at least with poppy seed. Also flaxseed's good. Almost like a tortilla chip or something made from poppy seeds. You could use this, you could spread it on salad. You could definitely mix it in muffins, cakes, pastries, things like that. Anything where you'd use poppy seed. Now, in terms of storage, this oil, since it's cold pressed, it'll keep for at least a couple of weeks. Normally with home oil pressing, you're only going to make enough for that day or the next couple of days. You're not making liters of it or anything. But if you do plan to store it, make sure you store it in a cool, dark place. Even better if you store it sealed in a dark glass, because these oils are photosensitive. Yeah, it went really well. Went pretty fast. I'd say it took about 10 minutes to do that kilogram of poppy seeds. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you have experience with not only poppy seed oil, but pressing other oils at home, I'd be really curious to hear your experiences, and I'm sure other viewers would like to see that as well. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan with EUJUICERS.COM, and I'll see you next time.